Hey, welcome back. Welcome back. It's the Pod Deep on Sports. Got the whole gang here. Hughes, Sid, Jay, Anthony, Rod. Episode number 3. Let's get this started with the Pod Deep Deep question of the week. Let's go, Sid. You're on mute. Yeah, you're on mute.
That's number 1 for you.
No, we can't hear you. We can't hear you. We're gonna give Sid a few seconds. Give us a mic check when you think you got it ready, Sid. Oh, he's having a problem. All right. Let's give it a minute while we wait for Sid to come back with the deep thought question of the week. We see you. Can't. No, we can't hear you. We still can't hear you. You're on mute. Go to your mute button, your icon.
Can you hear me now?
We can hear you now.
I'm sorry, guys. All right.
It's all good.
Question of the week. All right, you're the first. Congratulations. You're the first NFL minority black owner. Give yourselves a round of applause. You did it. First NFL black owner. All right, the draft coming up.
Right.
You need to make a pick. Your number 1 pick. You got 2 potential picks. 2 great quarterbacks, both high end, both blue chip quarterbacks. One black quarterback, the other one is a white quarterback.
Okay.
You're the first black owner in the NFL. Right now, both of them, you will be successful if you take either one of these guys. You take the black quarterback, he is going to be a Hall of Famer. He will be in your organization for 15 years. You will never win a championship. You take the white quarterback. He also will be a really good player. You know, he may get to 1 or 2 Pro Bowls, but he'll be a decent quarterback for you for the next 15 years. But he will bring you 1 championship in those 15 years. You, as a new black owner, face of the NFL, who do you go with? Knowing what's going to happen in the future. Everybody got that?
So you go with the black quarterback, and you have a Hall of Fame player that never brings you a championship. You go with the white quarterback. You have a mediocre player that may make it to Pro Bowl, but he will bring you a championship for your organization. Is that correct?
He will get you a chip for your organization. All right. Hughes, go ahead. Kick us off.
It's a no-brainer for me. Bring that white boy to my organization, baby. We're going for the chip.
Hold on, man. You're the first black man.
Yeah.
You can make a statement off the bat.
That's exactly right. I make a statement. I have me a black backup quarterback, and I'm gonna get that damn chip. And it's a wrap after that because I want to win. I'm in this mother to win. Bragging rights.
All right.
That's my answer.
And what you gonna do?
You on mute, Ant. Still on mute.
So for me, I'm gonna take the black quarterback. First black owner. I'm trying to take a precedence, and he a Hall of Famer. We building everything. We selling everything. I may not win the chip. I'm gonna make the most money with this black quarterback that we done promoted for 15 years. So I'm gonna take the black quarterback. Championships could be overrated. I'm trying to be a trailblazer.
Got it. Jay, did you hear it? You hear the question of the day?
Ann is right. Hughes, you had me tipping your way, but Ann is right. You take that Hall of Famer. that means he's doing well, every season, selling tickets, like Ann said. And the white boy gets you one champ. He might get that one championship in year one, and then 14 years of losing. So yeah, I'm taking the black quarterback. Take the money.
Okay. What you think, Rod?
I was kind of in and out. So you draft a black quarterback, and he's a Hall of Famer, but you don't win the title.
Hall of Famer, but won't win you a title.
And then what's the other alternative?
You take the white guy quarterback who's going to be a good quarterback. Maybe get 1 or 2 Pro Bowls during his career for 15 years with you. But you get one championship out of that 15-year run. Who do you take as the first black minority owner in the NFL?
I'm gonna take the white guy.
Okay. Because of the championship?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because as an owner, none of those guys are dependent on money. Not to say that they don't want to make more money, but for franchises or they side hustle. That's just something they do, So you doing it because you're competitive, you want to win. So if I can give me a couple chips with that white quarterback, then
one chip.
You say one?
One chip in 15. In a hot 15, you get one chip.
Yeah, one is better than 0.
I'll take that one.
Okay. Man, so this crazy because we split. We split. So for me, what'd you say?
I just got a question. Is that one championship worth more than having a Hall of Fame quarterback being? If you got a Hall of Fame quarterback, you in contention year in and year out.
Not necessarily. Was Dan Marino in contention each year? No.
So that's a good comparison. Dan Marino or Eli Manning? You want Eli.
Manning. Eli Manning.
Eli Manning, baby.
So for me in this situation, I'm gonna side with I'm the first black owner. I gotta do it for the culture. I gotta get this black quarterback and ride this 15-year road with him. You know what I'm saying? I just gotta do it because I think Rodney, you made a good point. You almost swayed me when you said I should have money, so there shouldn't be a big deal that I need to, ride this guy's coattails and make more money for the franchise. But I think it's bigger. I think it's kind of bigger than my franchise. I don't know. I'm making history as the first black owner. He's going to make history as the first black quarterback, Hall of Famer, on my team.
The first what?
Huh?
The first what?
The first black Hall of Fame quarterback.
The first black.
Is it Warren Moon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I forgot about that, Warren Moon.
Mm-hmm.
But I still think me as a black franchisee having a black quarterback, I think that's bigger than just my franchise winning the championship. So I'm gonna go with the black quarterback as my draft pick.
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not like we haven't seen a black quarterback take a number 1 before.
True.
So there's no precedent being set by drafting that black guy number 1.
But I'm a black-owned franchise, first black-owned franchise, so that is a little precedent.
So is the goal of your franchise to have that franchise 100% black from the owner down to the football field?
It's not, but it's to provide the best example of black excellence I can find, and that for me taking a quarterback number 1, and it's going to be a Hall of Fame quarterback. That's the kind of example I want to get. I'll be around forever.
So let me ask you a question with that said. As an owner, what takes more precedent, having a black quarterback or having a black head coach for your organization?
I think for my organization, probably having a black head coach. However, because like Rodney said, there's been black quarterbacks in the league that's been successful. But in this scenario, I don't know what would be better than having a black quarterback lead my black franchise. For the next 15 years.
See, for me, I'm doubling down and tripling down. I'm getting a black head coach and a black GM. We gonna sell this like Black Panther having an all black cast.
I get you. That's where it stops me. After I get past that, my players are my players. I want to win a championship with that crew, with my black GM and my black head coach. I want to win it. I want to win a championship. That, to me, that's the precedence that has never happened before as an NFL owner.
No doubt. But I think Jared brought a good point up too. I win that first championship with this guy in year 2. I got 13 years of just swerping.
So that's Eli Manning. Eli Manning got 2 years where he won a Super Bowl, but his career solidified because he won those 2 Super Bowls.
2 Super Bowls. Mm-hmm. And the team value is worth more than it was prior to them 2 Super Bowls.
Yeah. I get that. I'm looking at jersey sales. I'm looking at this guy, Hall of Fame quarterback. I'm gonna keep a full stadium. I'm gonna keep,
Are you though?
I am.
Because just having that Hall of Fame quarterback does not guarantee you that.
So don't.
It guarantees that I'm in contention more years than not. Facts. More years than not, I should be in contention.
Can you name a Hall of Fame quarterback where that ain't the case?
Yeah, but not modern.
I mean,
I can't think of a modern one off the top of my head.
That's what I'm saying. Modern day, you need a quarterback.
I think that Dan Marino was a very good one because he has all the passing records, but I mean, he had them, when he retired, but Miami was not always in contention.
Sure it wasn't.
He made Pro Bowls. They had good seasons, but his best season was his second season.
Right.
Sure. I get that. But of the years he played, I would say most years that the Miami Dolphins was relevant because of Dan Marino. You're right. He didn't win a championship.
Well, not even the championship, but how often were they in the playoffs? Like, were they a perennial playoff team?
I don't think so.
I'm gonna say they were more than they were in the playoffs more than they wasn't in his career.
Okay.
So it looks like we were 3-2 drafting a quarterback versus drafting a white quarterback. Question of the week.
That's a good deep thought question. Let's keep it on NFL. Let's go for our next question. Are the NFL owners sending Lamar Jackson a message and not pursuing him with a high guarantee contract? What are you guys' thoughts on that? Let me start off with you, Ant. What do you think the NFL owners are doing in this with Lamar Jackson?
They are trying to reset the market from the mistake of a contract that was Deshaun Watson.
With Cleveland.
They colluding with each other saying, no one do this again. Otherwise, it's going to become the norm. If another team do it, then it's going to become the norm, and then everybody's going to have to start guaranteeing them contracts. So I believe it's a little bit of collusion between the owners, basically saying no one is going to give them that guaranteed contract. And that's why the Ravens said, go test the market because we know ain't nobody going to give it to you.
All right. I agree. Let me come to you, Sid. What are your thoughts on this question?
I think I'm with Ant. I'm thinking nobody wants to see another guaranteed contract. I give Lamar some. The owner's gonna stick together like they always do.
Mm-hmm.
But I do give some, some discredit to Lamar because, man, come on. I mean, you don't. They clearly nobody's gonna clearly give you this guaranteed money you're looking for. They've offered a substantial amount of guaranteed money, but you didn't take it, or you wanna set the mark for the guaranteed money. So, I- you know, I don't blame the owners. I might be one of the few people that's on the owner side on this one. I don't. I mean, you got to run a business, man. You got to run a business. So that's my thoughts on it. You got to run a business.
Let me come to you next, Jared. What are your thoughts on this question with Lamar Jackson and the owners?
Okay, give me some backstory. Somebody said the Ravens told him to go test the market. Is that the official word? They
Yeah.
said no.
They franchise tagged him, but it's not exclusive. So they allowed him to go talk to other teams to negotiate a contract, but they get final say, so they can match it. So the Jets can offer him whatever. He can sign it. They can match it, and he'd come to him. So he's free to talk to whatever team, and they get their chance to match it. Where they could have made it, he couldn't talk to nobody.
All right.
Okay, yeah. Well, putting it that way, yeah. They're trying to teach him a lesson by saying we're not paying you. We're not going to quite let you go because we know you're not going to get this money elsewhere. So they're playing games with him. So yeah, I agree with what Ant said.
Yeah. I agree too. I do believe they're in cahoots with each other. And I think Lamar is in a difficult situation because he doesn't have that agent to help him out. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who he has on the inside that's helping him in this situation. Deshaun Watson is a one-on-one for Cleveland, and yeah, Cleveland Browns messed the whole game up. But I do think Lamar can do something smart and wait this out because you have Joe Burrow that's around the corner that either Burrow is going to get his money in a high guarantee, which Lamar will either follow that or either he's trying to get ahead of that, So I think he's not all the way losing, in my opinion, because time is on his side. You know what I'm saying? But I do think the owners are in cahoots. What's your take on this, Rodney?
I don't think they are. I mean, it's just they don't have to be in cahoots for real. It's just one. There's nobody like Cleveland's owner has been a shitty owner for quite a while. Like they're one of one. I don't see another ownership like that around the league that would do something that ridiculous. So I don't think they don't even have to collude. It's because he's backed himself in a corner where no one's going to give him a fully guaranteed contract for that amount of years and that amount of money. Now, we saw Kirk Cousins get fully guaranteed contracts in the past, but those were just for like 2 years.
Right.
2 years and, not nearly the dollar amount. So we've seen fully guaranteed contracts, but on that Deshaun Watson level, that's not going to happen. Plus, you got to read the temperature in the room. Like you are Lamar Jackson, the likelihood of you not getting hurt with your style of play, that's not high. So the owner can double down on that. Like you running all over the field. I'm definitely not going to, give you a fully guaranteed contract. So, I think it's just common sense. Now, could they be, behind the scenes saying, "Hey, don't do this, don't do that"? Yeah, we possibly. You never know, but I think Lamar is backed himself into a corner to where no one's going to give him that contract, and maybe that's what he looking for. Maybe he trying to angle to get somewhere else.
Yeah. Let's all act like owners for a second. Let's say we are the owners of what team like Atlanta that needs a quarterback, the Jets need a quarterback. What's the most you would give Lamar and for what term? For me, I would probably give him 4 years, max guaranteed, maybe 180. What about you, Rod? What would you give? What would you give Lamar if you were an acting owner of the NFL team, guaranteed.
So what is that? Comes out to over 40 million.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that's a little steep. That's a little steep for Lamar, but yeah, you could offer that, but is he going to take it? Because
that's true. But let's
Baltimore
just say whatever
offered him something in that ballpark.
Yes, $45 million guaranteed a year.
So,
hey, I got a question I want to throw out to the group
What?
on that same tone, Hughes. Do y'all agree with the owners? Who all agrees with the owners? Who all agree with the owners? And who's on the side of Lamar Jackson?
I'm torn down the middle, man. 50-50 for me. You know, I think what the owners are doing is business. You know, what Cleveland did is bad for business. You know what I'm saying? And Rodney brings up a great point. You pay this dude all this money. This dude didn't even finish out the damn season this season. So, you know, what's the chances of him, you know, you giving him all this guaranteed money and he won't finish out the season for you? You know what I'm saying? So just from a standpoint, just from a side of business, it's smart not to give him that guaranteed money. You know, this shit is all on Baltimore, really. You know, they should have just, you know, gave him that money, but you know, I don't know what the man asking for. So I'm kind of torn between the two, you know.
Here go my thoughts. Besides Patrick Mahomes, in his first 5 years or so, who's been better? MVP, their winning percentage is great when he quarterback. I think if I'm one of them teams, Atlanta, the Jets for sure, I would give them all of it. Give them the money.
Yeah.
Because you're desperate. And he's a winner. He wins.
You're going to destroy your team. If you give him too much money, you can't get no weapons around him.
He wins ball games. I mean, I agree with you, Ant. I mean, if I'm Atlanta, I do it. I say I buck the system.
If I'm the Jets, I do it.
If I'm definitely Atlanta, I do it because it plays in Atlanta. You gotta.
So you're gonna pay $230, but you got a blueprint in Atlanta to why you shouldn't do it.
Why? Why you say that? Because of Vic?
Yeah.
What's the difference between? I mean, why is that?
That's the blueprint for why you shouldn't do it. He got when Vic signed, he got the biggest contract at the time. What happened?
Get it, but
he got his leg broke and dog fight and everything else, and he was pretty much done in Atlanta.
I get it. That's different day and time. And you got an MVP caliber player that'll come in with weapons. He got a good tight end. He got a good receiver. I mean, you just plug them in. I'm with the owners. It's dumb to pay somebody that kind of money. But on the other hand, if I'm Atlanta, the jersey's gonna sell. The stadium gonna sell. It works. It really works in Atlanta because of the crowd. It's just like Trey Young going to the Hawks. I mean, it sells. Young black talent in Atlanta, that sells. It's a perfect place for it. So if I'm the Falcons owner, I'm really like, I'll do it.
But you can do the same thing with the Saints, Sam. Said the Saints have a better defense. They have more weapons.
No, they don't have more weapons on offense.
More than
the Saints off the board anyway.
Yeah, the Saints off the board because they got Carr. Yeah, they got Carr.
Yeah.
They got Carr.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Yeah. And then the second part of this, not trying to hijack the topic, but the second part of this is not having an agent. What your question was, Squeak, it's killing them.
It is.
It's killing them. You get in your feelings. If you
is.
don't got somebody mediating the issue for you, you in your feelings because you hear exactly what the team is saying about you.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't got nobody to buff that. You hearing it raw coming from the team. You ain't got nobody to buff that from you. So to me, not having an agent is killing them.
He's not without having an agent. He's not getting real negotiation because what they'll be doing is tampering. So no one wants to get fined. No one wants to break the rules. But your agent will have the right to do that. That's why you would have an agent. I don't know who is in his head or who is in his circle that told him to do this without an agent.
Well, it was his mom was his agent. Now I've heard reports that he's representing himself. But do you think that? I mean, in the same vein of not having an agent is hurting him. So his mom goes in there. Do you think that that ownership is respecting her as a legitimate agent? No. So you can throw out whatever little demands you want. They're not taking that shit serious.
I agree.
To where if it was Drew Rosenhaus or a legitimate agent, it would be a little bit more punch behind those demands.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree.
I think he just trying to get paid for them 2-3 years when he was MVP and winning all them games.
But that's the thing, though. You can't pay somebody for 3 years ago if you want to be a successful ownership.
I mean,
I can't pay you for what you did 5 years ago.
You can if your future is looking bright. Your projection is looking bright, but you have to now add in injuries to him.
But that's what I'm saying.
And the injuries is really, I'm not going to say the injuries is really what's making the owners, balk at just coming at him, more so than I believe they don't want him to supersede Deshaun Watson or come close to that. You know what I'm saying? I think the owners can see that he's a great player, you know what I'm saying, and would add value to their team. I think it's really that the money that he's asking for that's really got people kind of like, stand off.
I mean, that's the bottom line. They don't want to give him a guaranteed contract.
Yeah.
But like I say, those other layers with him and his style, it presents even more reason why you wouldn't give him a fully guaranteed contract.
Yeah. His is tricky because I do not believe Deshaun Watson earned his fully guaranteed contract.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
So, Rodney, of the young quarterbacks coming up, which one deserve a guaranteed contract?
From an owner's perspective?
Mahomes already got his stuff.
And his not fully guaranteed.
Yeah.
Right.
I know,
So
but
from an owner's perspective, nobody deserves a fully guaranteed contract from an owner's perspective.
Nah, and you would be wise as an owner not to. I mean, I don't think it's one top quarterback that hasn't been injured.
Look, they all fell in line. It's Lamar who's out of line. They all fall in line. You got the stupid Deshaun contract, but Mahomes fell in line, got his guaranteed money. Dak fell in line, got his guaranteed money. The kid from Buffalo got his guaranteed money. You fall in line, man. You bucking the system and you killing yourself.
But here's the thing: outside of Mahomes, he's the only one in that list that has an MVP.
I get it. I get that. But Mahomes playing for 30-something million. You know what I'm saying? And he should be the one screaming for guaranteed money.
That's a fact. I kind of think that's where not having that agent brings that balance and brings you to reality.
I agree. Because somebody got to be able to talk to him and be like, look, man, come on. Ain't nobody agent would have been told you, ain't nobody finna sign you, man.
Yeah. Let's switch topics and move on. Good segue here, Mahomes. Is it too early to label him the best black quarterback, or does he have it already?
So we limited it to black quarterback.
Yeah, we're gonna limit to black quarterback. I want to say the best, but I just want to.
He ain't the best. He ain't the best.
Who's your best?
Tom Brady's the best quarterback. Peyton Manning, Tom Brady. Right. They're the best quarterback simply because they did it so long. But he's the best black quarterback for sure ever.
talking Randall Cunningham, Warren Moon, Mike Vick.
You making me think more than what I was just thinking about, but I still say he's the best black quarterback.
So who taking Mahomes out of the equation for a second? Who is the best black quarterback?
Warren Moon.
Yeah.
We going talent. We going skill set. Randall Cunningham. Randall Cunningham to me.
I mean, you might as well say Irving McNair.
No. Warren Moon was the best. I mean, in my opinion, Warren Moon was the best black quarterback. I mean, Warren Moon is one of the best quarterbacks, period.
That's a fact.
But Arm, he's a bit like he was that dude. Randall Cunningham, if it wasn't for those last couple of years in Minnesota, I don't even know if it was 2 years in Minnesota. Was it 2 years in Minnesota or just 1 year in Minnesota?
It was two.
Yeah, with them last 2 years in Minnesota really kind of, boosted his career because he kind of flamed out in Philly.
Yeah, he did.
He was the true Cunningham was that true definition of a run quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
I think, like to Rodney's point, when he got to Minnesota, he showed he could throw the ball, but he had Moss.
Right.
He had Moss and Chris Carter.
Yeah.
So that's a different ball game. You got Moss. You go throw the ball. So, but I think like both skill and statistic wise, I think Warren Moon will hold before Patrick Mahomes. He should be considered the best black quarterback ever. But now Mahomes he's getting the stats, and he's also getting the accolades that Warren Moon couldn't get.
Yeah, I agree. What's your thought on it, Jared?
Yeah, Mahomes is the best black quarterback right now, strictly because what just said his stats, the accolades, the 2 championships, and he's still young, not done yet. Yeah, I agree. Warren Moon before him, Patrick Mahomes right now.
Yeah. What about you?
Patrick Mahomes can retire right now, and to me, he'll be ahead of Warren Moon.
I agree. Is it the championships or the accolades?
Accolades and championships move him ahead of Warren Moon.
Yeah.
He got more MVPs, and he got 4 Super Bowls. Warren Moon don't think he have none of the above.
No.
Yeah. The only thing about, it's not going to matter in the grand scheme of things, but the only thing about Warren Moon was that, of course, he was blackballed.
Right.
So he didn't get a chance to come into the league.
Right.
Wait.
Initially, what I'm saying? He didn't come in. He had to go win championships in Canada.
Yeah, CFL.
He won 3-4 Grey Cups in Canada.
Yeah.
The equivalent to the Super Bowl. He won those in the Canadian Football League and then came to the NFL. They finally gave him a shot then. So, if given the opportunity,
you might have a point, Rod. That's a great point.
It ain't that he might have a point. Rodney has a point.
Yeah.
He was sabotaged, flat out. He was sabotaged.
Right. But that's not the question. The question is,
I preface it by saying I know it doesn't change the dynamics. It's not going to change the results, but you have to take that into consideration that, that dude, he was given a raw deal.
He was. I give you. But to me, he don't have no MVPs to go with it. It's.
But he does have Canadian MVPs and Canadian championships.
That's just kind of like saying you got you played in the CBA or something, overseas MVP.
Now, I think it proves that he can do it, but I just think the owners didn't invest in him. Like they didn't put the players around him. They didn't have the offensive mind coaches around him, kind of like what Patrick Mahomes is really benefiting from.
No, he did have that.
Who did he have?
They had to run and shoot.
Run and shoot.
Yeah, but
He was the first one to start the
yeah,
3 receivers without. He started the funning gun.
yeah,
I think Riley's point was he didn't come into the NFL as a young man.
yeah.
If he came into the NFL as a young man, it might have been a game changer.
And he still made it to the Hall of Fame, though.
Yes,
That says a lot, though.
yes.
That really says a lot. All right, let's switch topics here. XFL. You watch? Any of y'all into the XFL?
Hey, I'm going to an XFL game tomorrow.
Really?
Of course
Who playing?
Yeah.
Who playing?
Battlehawks playing somebody, but I will be in the building tomorrow watching them Hawks.
That's what up with you, Jay? You into the XFL?
No, I'm not. I mean to watch games. I don't even know where you would watch a game. I'm aware of it, but no, I don't follow at all.
Yeah, same here. What about you, Rodney?
Nah, I mean, I try to keep up with the Battlehawks if I can.
Okay.
But like Jay said, it's hard. You know, I don't know. I don't remember what network they on. Is it on Fox or ESPN or what? I mean, what do they come on?
I think on NBC. I think I'm not sure.
Okay, but yeah, you know, if the Battlehawks are playing, you know, I always try to support the home team, and whatever. So, but I'm not finna watch, you know, some random two teams play. But you know, if I can catch a Battlehawks game, I will.
I think it's a great idea in theory, but I just never get around to it. I never. What about you? And I never get around to it. Are you into the XFL?
No. It's hard for me, I guess, because I don't know none of the players to connect to. I would have to do research, find what college they went to, and I like the NFL because I connect with more of the players. You know, you got your team, and then you start connecting with the players that you see in college. That's good. These are more second tier, third tier players, and it's hard for me to connect with them because I just don't know them.
But wait a minute. If you follow colleges, it's a couple of guys there. You know what I'm saying? It's a couple of guys in the XFL.
Couple of guys, yeah, but I would have liked them in college.
Yeah, no doubt.
With me, man, if I can clearly root for something, I'm gonna do it. So I can clearly root for the Battlehawks. So I'm gonna be there rooting for them.
Are they a good team?
They were a good team. They were a good team last year before everything collapsed. They were like the best team.
Okay.
So and St. Louis led the league in attendance.
Yep.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, we football starved, man. I think it's gonna be a big deal. It's gonna be a good crowd for tomorrow's game.
Yeah.
I just think we football starved.
I'm gonna have to look up and see what's here in Texas if there's, you know, like an XFL Dallas team.
I'm sure.
I think it's San Antonio.
Okay.
Just San Antonio. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Jerry wasn't having that shit.
XFL. I'm gonna send y'all pictures. I'm tailgating and everything tomorrow.
Bet.
Let's
go ahead and go to the college NBA March Madness. Who you guys got?
Well, I'll start off for this. I'll carbon copy what Ant said about the XFL. It's the same thing for college because I don't know any of these dudes. You know, and I used to have an allegiance to North Carolina, but I don't even have that no more. So it's just entertainment at this point. So, you know, when the games come on, I'll watch, but you know, I won't have any rooting interest or any kind of insight as to who I think gonna win because I don't know who the best teams are.
What about you, man? Who you got for March Madness?
Two of St. Louis's own. North Carolina got Caleb Love.
Okay.
So I pulled for them.
Okay.
Arizona got Courtney Ramey, fifth-year senior.
Okay.
So after that, just like the XFL, I don't know none of them cats. Dark Horse, Mizzou, just because I grew up watching Mizzou, so I'm a pull for them. I think they're supposed to be in the tournament.
Damn,
We'll find out tomorrow, but more so Arizona with Courtney Ramey and North Carolina with Caleb Love. That's what I'm pulling for them two teams.
Okay. What about you, Sarah? Who you got in March Madness?
I'm like, I want to see Mizzou win. I know. Well, Mizzou will get in. They will get in. I'm hoping St. Louis U will get in because that's two rooting interests I have.
Yeah.
You know, I see. You know, we got buddies, kids that play for St. Louis U, and
Brady
of course
Collins,
Mizzou. Yep. And of course Mizzou. You know, they're the hometown, so they look good. It was interesting. I watched that Mizzou game today. They played Alabama. Alabama should be the number one ranked. We may have a number one seed overall.
Mm-hmm.
They got that kid that was. They got that kid that should go number one in the draft. They talked about, you know, this guy that got the whole weapons issue with that.
Mm-hmm.
But I can see why this dude can be number one. He was just smooth, man. So it's good to watch. March Madness is always fun. No matter if you've been following it or not. It's just good because it's exciting.
Yeah, that's fact.
So I'm looking forward to it.
That's fact. What about you, Jerry? Who you got in March Madness?
I tune in once they get down to like the Sweet 16. I really don't pay too much attention until it gets narrowed down.
Yeah.
We'll be making some side bets on that, so keep
tune in.
Tune in. We'll make some side bets.
Yeah, I'm pulling for TCU and I'm pulling for SLU. You know, Zuri Collins, our classmate, Freddie Collins' son. So I was pulling for them for SLU. Hope they get in and stuff like that. But yeah, I really don't be following college basketball like I used to. But this is, you know, just trying to make this special this year. All right, let's go to the next topic. Now, we spoke about this on a previous podcast, but this is a sport podcast. If you're an NBA commissioner, how would you handle Ja Morant? Let's start with you, Jay. How would you handle him?
Let me defer to you guys. What is the current punishment? Have they punished him yet?
Nope. It's been the team. It's been the team doing punishment. The team has already have him miss. He's gonna miss. He's missing 6 games right now. The team said they're kind of slow playing it.
Mm-hmm.
After these, he finished these. He got suspended for 2. Then he got suspended for 4.
Mm-hmm.
And they may suspend him more. So the team kind of slow playing it.
Mm-hmm.
The commissioner really hasn't said anything. NBA hasn't said anything about it yet.
I agree with that approach. There are no criminal charges that I know of. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Right.
So yeah, keep it to a slap on the wrist, slow play it like you said. If it blows over, let him resume playing. And if he messes up again, that's when you put the hammer down on him.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I'm gonna come to you next, Andy. We didn't get a chance to have you on the last podcast. If you were the NBA commissioner, how would you handle Ja Morant?
So I'm still a little unclear. What exactly did he do? I know he was on live with showing the gun, but what did he do to make him go in this frenzy?
He either had to have that gun with him on a team plane to sneak it in or something like that. He can lie and say that his friends gave it to him, but he had to have had that gun around his other teammates. That's one thing. He probably had to have that gun to be on the airlines. And this is not his. This is his first time being caught on camera with a gun, but this is not the first gun alleged incident that he's been involved in. So this is probably like the 4th, if I'm not mistaken, that had his name tied to it. But this is the first one we actually see him with the gun.
Slap on the wrist. I think they overblowing it to a point to where half of me think, you know, we target it anyway, and I think they overblowing it. He ain't really did nothing. It ain't like he shot someone or anything like that. He just got a gun, and he.
Keep in mind, he's the future face of the NBA.
I got you. The future face. Now, he can lose that. They could be like, I don't like the way your image but suspending him, taking his money for just having a gun, showing it on Instagram Live or whatever he was on social media live, and not shooting nobody, not robbing nobody, not doing anything. I think they're going a little bit overboard.
Okay.
Honestly,
Okay.
team suspended. Now, as far as the NBA go, I probably would have that conversation like, we can't make you the face doing things like this, so he may lose that opportunity, but he shouldn't lose no paychecks over it, in my opinion.
Okay. I'm coming to you, said. You're the commissioner. How you handling, Josh?
Man, I'm suspending his ass. I mean,
Indefinitely?
I'm suspending. I'm. You gotta make it. You gotta make it. You gotta make an example out of him. Unfortunately,
Mhm.
you gotta make an example out of him. You know, you can't go on social media. I mean, it's just not good sense. You can't go on social media waving a gun in a strip club. You just can't. If I'm the commissioner of the league, I gotta get some order going.
Mhm.
So I'm suspending him. I probably suspend him for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
Is what I would do, because his team. I get it. He hurt his team, so I would suspend him for the rest of the year. He made the decision that affected his team. So not only does he pay for it, his team pays for it.
But
I'm,
what did he do that was illegal?
It's not about being
It
illegal.
ain't about being illegal.
But what is
It's about being on social media. It's about strip club, shirt off, my image of the NBA.
character.
That's what it's about. It's about character. It's about what you represent and protect the NBA shield, like protect the NFL shield. You got to protect it.
Yeah. Let me come to you, Rodney. You're the commissioner. How would you handle the job?
Yeah, he wouldn't play again this year. I mean, this was just the final straw. I mean, he has so many other instances to where he just made bad decisions. And this got to be that time where, like, look, okay, for those 4 in the past, okay, we kind of just slow played it, but now, nah, this last straw. You're going to have to sit down and you're going to have to think about it for the rest of the year.
playoffs?
And yeah, he's done for the year, because you keep talking about what illegal, what did he do illegal? If you look at most of these leagues, it's not about what you're if you're convicted. It's just the perception of what you did. Like what's
Young
that
man.
that pitcher for the Dodgers? What's his name? Trevor Bauer. Like, he got suspended for like damn near 2 seasons. He wasn't convicted of anything.
Mm-hmm.
It was he was alleged to have sexually assaulted several women, and he wasn't convicted, but they sat his ass down for 2 years. So it's you don't have to be convicted. It's just the image and the bad publicity that you bring to the league. That's enough to sit your ass down.
Yeah.
So I would sit him down for the rest of the year and hope that it sinks in that he needs to make some changes in his circle. And I'll holler at you in October.
I got a question. If he was white, do you think the same thing happens?
If I'm the
Yes.
NBA commissioner, I'm doing it for the white Ja Morant, and I'm doing it for the black Ja Morant. And I'm also going to try to reach out to Steven Jackson. I'm trying to reach out to Gilbert Arenas. I'm going to try to reach out to AI, and I'm going to try to see if I can mentor those guys, because keep in mind, Ja, I think, is like the future of the NBA in a couple of years. It ain't his crew that's doing it. It's his ass making these badass decisions. And I need to try to see if some guys that are veterans that previously played in the league that had like a bad boy image, can talk to sense into this guy. He's only 23 years of age. He's been getting slapped on the wrist. This last one is is big in my opinion. You won't keep avoiding serious situations and allegations, you know what I'm saying? Something's going to happen eventually, you know what I'm saying? Which is either going to cost your team, yourself, or it's going to cost the league, the team, and yourself. You're going to bring all of us down. So before you bring all of us down, we're going to get your ass suspended for this entire year. Your teammates are going to say, damn, we could have did something this year if your ass wasn't suspended. We could have did something this year if your ass wouldn't brought that gun to the club when you didn't need it. He has to be taught a lesson.
And also in suspending him for the remainder of the season, you sending a message to that team.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hey, y'all motherfuckers could have, y'all could have done something about this before I got involved.
Get your boy.
Yeah.
Get your boy together.
Mm-hmm.
Because he clearly has a history.
Yeah.
Talking about message to the
Because this isn't a one-off. If this was a one-off, then
exactly
he probably would have sat for a game or two, had to put out his apology, and he'd be back on the floor. But with his past history, it got it to a point where something has to be done.
I mean, he hitting teenagers, man. He's sexually harassing girls, man. That dude is wild, man.
Flashing guns.
Wow.
Flashing guns. He's wild.
But going on Instagram, being at a strip club with a gun, getting suspended for the rest of the season, I think is a little harsh.
But it's not
gun,
that.
Man, who would do that? Who would do that? Waving a gun on Instagram Live with your shirt off at a strip club, and you got a $200 million contract that's going to an effect. Who in their right mind? Who would do that?
Said,
yeah.
If you was in the pink slip with your shirt off, waving the gun, and Johnny Londoff caught wind of it,
I'm gone. It's a wrap.
Hey, and keep in mind, he was not drunk.
Right.
He wasn't drunk. He wasn't none of that shit.
Yeah, that's anybody. That was a good point, right? That's anybody's employer. See y'all at a strip club waving a gun. Y'all gone.
Man, that's a fact. That's a fact.
Man, I just don't know how.
Because it's
character. Your character. You represent your company at all times.
Was it at the strip club? Was it him taking his shirt off, or was it him with the gun?
It was the gun.
It was everything. Shit. It was on live on social media. That's everything.
Yeah, and that's not a good look. And so for it's like, slapping him on the wrist. There's other things that he did. He's not making the right decisions, man. So you have to nip that in the bud, because it's only a matter of time before he pull the trigger on somebody. And you don't want that. You know what I'm saying? You don't want that.
I get you. I want it, but I'm still struggling with suspending him the rest of the season and playoffs, and he really haven't committed a crime. Yeah, I don't like the image, but I can't suspend him for the season and playoffs because of he ain't did nothing. Now, if he committed a crime, shot somebody, been accused of it, I get you. But he ain't do nothing.
Shit, Gilbert Arenas brought a gun in the locker room. He ain't shooting nobody. It ain't supposed to be there, though. That's what we got.
But see, he brought that in the building. Ja Morant wasn't in the building. He was on his own time.
You don't know. That damn gun just didn't fly out the air, and he caught it.
They wasn't in Memphis, and
yeah,
he was on a business trip, and he was on a business trip in Colorado.
A game that they lost
because he was playing basketball.
They lost the game, and he went to the strip club after the game, and he popped up with a gun.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean,
shit, ain't running the league of thugs.
No, but what I'm saying is,
nice to have
brought to the arena. That I get. You brought it onto NBA property. You done, bro. You on your own time doing your own thing.
He's not on his own time.
Nah, he's on company time still. Even though the game is done and been played with, you're there on company business. It's not the off season that you did this. This is not the off season.
You fly to Denver to play a ball game, and you fuck up. You still on NBA time.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
And you are not going to convince them. They will turn their kids into the police.
Does it make sense to you, Jared, or is it just me?
You both have a point. I don't know about all these past incidents, but if they didn't do something about the past incidents, is it really fair to lump that into this incident right now? I don't know if that's really fair.
It's the same season, Jared. So it's not like the past incident happened 2-3 years ago. We talking the same NBA season.
But is it fair to re-punish him? I'm sure
he's not
he
being
never got punished.
You don't think they brought him into the office and talked to him about it?
They did. Yes, they did. And one incident in particular, they brought him in and sat down, and that was the one where they was riding in the Tahoe, and somebody pointed a laser at the other team's traveling party. So they sat them.
You just talking about stupid stuff he doing. I get it.
That's it.
That's the point.
It still ain't nothing. You talking about more immature stuff he doing.
Yeah, that's why
you have to be suspending him for the rest of the year.
Yeah, and you have to get him now because
he may lose endorsements. He maybe lose being the face of the NBA. That he lose, but not we're gonna suspend you for what? On what grounds? Conduct detrimental to the league.
And he would rather get suspended than to lose his endorsements.
Right. You messing up his livelihood.
Because you're talking 15, 20 games.
Right, I understand that. But what I'm saying is that's something his endorsements could be like, I don't like your image, so I'll be removing you. Not we're gonna suspend you from playing games because of what you do in your free time.
It wasn't his free time, but it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, we can agree to disagree, but just as a commissioner, I would have suspended his ass. Let's go to the next topic, and this is a Laker question. You all think Pau Gasol did enough to get his jersey retired from the Lakers? 2 championships. I want to say it was 6 years of play. Man, I'm starting this off. They don't win those championships without Pau Gasol. So that means if they retire his jersey, LeBron is getting his jersey retired as well, and maybe Anthony Davis too.
So can I get? So do I have? Can I kind of spark this?
Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah.
So
right, go ahead.
I got a question. Does Chris Bosh get his jersey retired in Miami?
I would think he would.
Why?
Because maybe his best years was probably a Raptor, but they won a championship and went four consecutive championship runs.
Mm-hmm. But he never led in any statistical category. He never led. He wasn't the leader. He was an integral part, but he wasn't the reason why they won.
But he was part of that team.
He was part of the team. So Horace Grant should get his jersey retired. Robert Horry should get his jersey retired. Like, just because you're on a championship team, to me, don't mean you should necessarily get your jersey retired. And that just leads me into another point. Like, the NBA fucked up. They put anybody in the Hall of Fame. Because they talk about Golden State having 4 Hall of Famers, and it's like nothing burns me up more than hearing them say that, because they're saying Draymond Green is a Hall of Famer, and he's not. He's not a fucking Hall of Famer.
Getting in there.
Let me respond. So
he's not a Hall
things
of Famer.
On there.
Okay.
Chris Bosh was an all-star player every year alone. So he wasn't just he wasn't Robert Horry. Mm-hmm. He was an integral part. He was an all-star player all those 4 years. So he'll get his jersey retired because he was a Miami Heat, and he'll go to the Hall of Fame because of his statistics. But he wasn't a Hall of Fame player with the Miami Heat.
Right.
But he was an integral part. He was an all-star player on that team. So he get his number retired. Draymond Green is a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Draymond Green has 4 rings. He has a defensive player of the year, and he's made defensive first team like 5 years. I mean, it ain't pretty. It ain't pretty, but he's a Hall of Famer. So he's a Hall of Famer. And as far as Powell, oh man, he was the truth. Kobe don't win nothing without Powell. Like you said, Speak. The dude, Pau Gasol is a Hall of Fame player.
Yeah, he came into his own when he came from the Grizzly to the Lakers.
Shit, he was a killer with the Grizzlies. You just didn't know. He was a killer with the Grizzlies. You just didn't know.
So he was he a great player?
Yeah. Yes.
So great players is 18-8.
But you got Kobe.
I get, but he was 18-8 with Memphis.
He was great when he had to be great. He wasn't consistently great.
He was a good player.
Yeah, he was
a good player. Great to me is 25-13. That's great. 18-8, he's good, very good. But does that mean he needs to get his jersey retired?
I just put it like this: the Lakers are lowering the bar, putting his jersey.
You said
you might as well, like you said, you might as well throw AD up there, and he ain't worth 2 dead nickels.
He got a championship. He's an all-star player. He's disruptive.
For me to have your jersey means more than just winning a championship.
He won 2.
He won 2.
Being on a
Paul Gasol got 2 chips.
He was on 2 championship teams.
He was the second best player behind one of the greatest players on 2 championship teams. He was the second best player on the team. We could not win championships without him.
He definitely took one from my Boston Celtics.
He's decorated, man. He the truth.
Let me get you in here, Jay. You a Lakers fan. What do you think about Pau Gasol getting his jersey retired? Lakers mess up or good job?
I'm a peripheral Lakers fan.
Okay.
Man, it goes back to what somebody said. First, let me say a couple things before that. I've been looking for this I can't even say it now. XFL game. It's one on tonight. San Antonio is playing Seattle, and I cannot find it. They need like a Amazon or a regular network deal so you can find the games. I've been looking for this game for like 20 minutes. I can't find it.
That's a good point.
Number 2, what's up with this World Baseball Classic? You guys into that?
That's dope. Yeah.
USA
play tonight.
Is that new? Is that always?
It's the third. I think it's the third
It's like
year.
Is it 2 or 4 years?
It's every 2 years, but it got disconnected because of COVID. They haven't played it, so it's actually pretty cool. It's an Olympic kind of thing where the countries play each other. So our best players play other countries' best players, and it's cool because a lot of these guys are in Major League Baseball and they go to their country to play.
Okay.
Okay.
Like the Olympics. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. I say they retire his jersey if they need a jersey to retire. Hey, when they retire somebody's jersey, do those jersey sales increase? Do sales go up?
I don't know.
Would you think they would?
No, because they're not. I don't think they're not an active
player. Yeah.
So, under y'all premise, Ron Artest should get his jersey retired.
No, he's not. He wasn't even. He wasn't
even without him.
They don't win that last one without him. I'm not gonna make the argument he get his jersey retired, but they don't win that second championship without Ron Artest.
I get that. They don't win it, but he wasn't. He was a decent part of the team. He wasn't like Pau Gasol was to the team.
He was a role player, is what you're trying to say.
He was. He was a good role player. He was.
Powell was an upgraded role player.
Pau Gasol. You can't win without Pau Gasol. As you saw, Kobe couldn't win without him.
Retire the
Biden
jersey.
effective.
Huh?
Andrew effective.
And what'd you say?
Andrew Biden, the little young was better.
Oh
You done
my
went
God.
too far
Stop
now.
it, man. Come on, man. Stop it.
You done went too far.
You don't went too far.
I mean, you look at it, you can Lamar Odom. He need his jersey retired.
Now,
Lamar
Hey.
Odom might have a case.
Lamar Odom might have a case for being, but he was really good. He was really
He
good
was.
as a Laker. He just don't got the. He don't
I mean,
got the.
I-
I'm gonna check that 18 and 8 because that sounds super. That sounds super. That's some shit Rodney just pulled out of somewhere.
Think so?
That ain't no real stats.
That's not a real
sure,
stat.
you just pulled that out the air. I know he averaged more than 18 and 8. I know that.
Where?
Wherever. I know he averaged more than 18 and 8.
We got phones. It can be
Yeah,
easily
I know.
fact
It couldn't be a true stat. 18 and 8 couldn't be a true stat.
While y'all figure that out, let's bring up another topic that they're stand on basketball that Rodney brought up.
No. Don't fucking move on.
Now let's
No, because this shit ain't gonna take but a minute.
okay.
We got smartphones.
So hold on. Are you all debating Pau Gasol stats? Or
Yes.
Lamar?
Well,
Okay.
Are we talking about with the Lakers or with the Greens?
I'm
I was
talking about
wrong.
career stats. Either one. He ain't no
I was
18
wrong.
and 8 nowhere.
I was wrong. He played
He's
seven.
better with the Greens.
He played 7 seasons with the Grizzlies. He averaged 18.8 points, 8.6 rebounds. My bad.
What's his Lakers?
7 years with the Lakers. He averaged 17.7 points, 9.9 rebounds. My bad.
Man, said that boy is hot garbage.
My bad.
Now, hold on.
My bad. My fault.
No, okay.
He's not
Touche.
tripping.
Now,
It's
take out-
not like he was on point, right?
Take off his rookie year. Go to the year he won. Go to the year they won championships with Powell and look at his stats. Them years.
I just got to go with averages.
And look at 2015, because average is an entire career.
I
You
get
know,
that.
At the
I get
beginning
that.
of a career, you're not as good as you are in the prime of your career. At the end of your career, you're not as good as your stats gonna fall off. You played a long time.
That's a good point.
But see, his Grizzly stats should be his best stats.
But take off if you go year by year, take off his rookie year of his Grizzly stats. Maybe
What's
the first 2 years.
what's the
last
2015 number?
2015, he should be.
That shit.
he was off.
The Lakers were bad in 2015.
That's the year they won a championship.
No, they won the championship in 2009 and 2010. The Lakers were bad for a good long period. See, you should know this as a Lakers.
No,
as a
not
Lakers fan.
15. What am I thinking? Not 15. 2000.
They won 2009, 2010 season.
2010, yeah, 2010
Yeah.
season.
They won 2000. They won in 2009. They won in 2010. Those are the 2 years they won.
Lakers cards is getting revoked.
So,
he was a
do
different.
you really want me to bring up the 2000? He wasn't even with the Lakers in 2015.
Well, not 2015. I'm in 2010. The championship year when he beat the Celtics.
Do you really want me to call this out?
Yep, call it out.
18.9 and 9.6.
So he upticked 1 more point, 1 more rebound.
So 18 and 10, that ain't an all-star?
I mean, I said 18 and 8 out of my ass. I said 18 and 8.
18 and 10. So 18.
That's a good player. That's a good player.
All right, man.
Maybe even a very good player, but not a great one.
The moment his jersey goes up, the Lakers standards didn't fail. They might as well be the Clippers.
I think Kobe. I mean, his Kobe ties had a lot to do with his number getting retired too.
He played with Kobe. That was his teammate. That was his
and Kobe was they was tight.
Yeah, I definitely don't think Lamar Odom with his antics, I feel, will get in there.
Nah, Lamar shouldn't get his. He shouldn't
Lamar
get
ain't
his
gonna get
jersey
He
retired.
shouldn't get
Neither should Gasol, but it's all good.
It's
Yeah.
all in, baby.
Let's keep it. Let's keep it NBA. Rodney, you brought up another topic. Let's do Dame Lillard. Guy plays for Portland.
Yeah, I just brought him up because people just don't bring him up as being one of the top 5 players in this league, and he has really no holes. Like this, he could do it all. Like if he could shoot from wherever, like that shot he made in the All-Star game was ridiculous. Like
It was.
he pulled up 2 feet behind half court and shot a free throw. It's like it's crazy. Like he got just as much distance. I tend to think he got more distance than Steph do. But anyway, he's just a great player all around. He can shit on you if you want to. He can take it to the hole. Why don't we talk about him? Is it just because he's playing in Portland? Is it because he don't have the chips? I mean, what is it?
He ain't winning.
He what? What you say, Ant?
You gotta win.
But
You gotta at least make it to the conference championship a little bit more. He ain't even coming close. He won and done.
But other great players have had that same thing of not winning, but we still recognize them. Like Barkley, for instance, we recognize Barkley as a great player, even though he didn't win championships. Kevin Durant was a great player,
but they was Kevin Durant took finals, and
they went to one finals, and that was it.
And they made it to the conference championships.
Just one time.
I didn't know you get credit for conference championships.
Dame
not winning
missed the playoffs too much, or been knocked out in the first round. So then that makes him kind of be irrelevant. You gain your relevancy in the playoffs. That's why you gain your.
Portland's always in the playoffs.
I mean, they get knocked out in the first round.
He's not. First of all, he knocked your boy. He knocked. No, Durant wasn't with him when he knocked OKC out, but he's knocked a couple of teams out of the first round on buzzer beaters.
Yeah.
So they're not a first round one and done. They haven't been a one and done franchise since he's been there. Have they won titles? No, but his resume isn't much more different than Kevin Durant. I mean, I know Kevin Durant did get a MVP, but Dame Lillard has been he's played at a top 5 level his whole career in Portland, and it doesn't get recognized. And I think it's just because where he plays.
He don't have a statement series.
Oh yeah.
Besides that one with OKC where he knocked him out with that shot.
Houston.
Yeah.
He don't have a run where his name was in there all the time. Where he never made it to a conference championship.
They did. First of all, they did make it to the West Conference Finals.
What year?
They lost to Golden State.
Now, Anthony said he's never made it to the championship, but
I said conference
West
They made it to the conference
They
championship.
to the conference finals.
One time.
But you don't. Yeah, but no one gets credit for that. You don't get credit for making it to the Western Conference Finals.
I don't know, man. I know he's a great player. It sometimes feels like to me he's hiding in Portland. I don't know what he's trying to prove that he can bring a championship to that squad. I would really like to see him leave.
You know, I'm sorry. Oh, my fault, Squeak.
You good? Go ahead.
You know, I kind of like that, man. He's like, fuck that. You come play with me. I'm just as good as any other superstar in the world. Come play with me.
But who came to play with him?
Ain't nobody would go come and
Yeah.
play with him. But he's like, I ain't gonna go play for nobody else. I'm big enough of a star myself. You want to come play with me? You want to win? If you hung up not winning the championship, why don't you come play with me? I think I'm with you, Rodney. This dude ain't got no holes in this game, man. He the truth. He ain't got no holes in this game. He can do it all. He can do it all, but he just won't. He won't ever get the credit he deserves.
Nah, that shit's gonna ruin his career.
I mean, he just I kind of like, or I kind of mess with him because of the fact that like he's like, I love Portland. I want to live. I want to play in Portland. You know, somebody come play with me.
So to me, it's Portland. It's Portland is the reason why he just don't get the credit.
Yeah.
Even if he was in a team like, so his games, like most people don't see his games. His games, 41, 40, hell, more than 41 of them. Probably 60 of his games are going to be starting 9:30 or later.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll just see the box score and see what he did. So you don't really have eyes on him like that.
Yeah.
Now, when you Steph Curry and your team is fucking, great, yeah, they're gonna have eyeballs on you 9:30 or not. They're gonna watch. But when you're in Portland and your team is good but not great, yeah, I catch what he did in the box score. Damn, nigga scored 71.
Right.
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 I think it's all about if he was winning, then he would get to shine. He gotta win. If you can get to shine in San Antonio, you can get to shine in Portland.
Shit, but you got Tim Duncan. You got
No,
Tim Duncan, Parker,
you
Ginobili.
I'm saying that you just gotta win for the shine to come with him.
Yeah.
He good. He real good. He respected, but he gotta win. And if he made it to the finals a time or two, then you will see the respect that everybody will be glowing on him.
Let me ask you guys a question. If he came up out the West and went to the East, Celtics, Miami Heat, 76ers, you think they're going to the championship?
Yes. You put
Damian
Lillard on any team that got another superstar, and they coming out of somewhere. It's just like it's almost like adding KD
Right.
to a team. I mean, he that good.
What is he 6'3"? Was he 6? What's his height? Was he 6'3"?
He may be 6 feet.
6'1", 6'2".
Yeah.
They may list him at 6'3", but for real, he's 6 foot. And I disagree with that.
Why?
You can't put him on any team and then in the East. He ain't that. He good.
Name somebody. Name a team you couldn't put him on and he wouldn't like. That's a playoff team that wouldn't be a championship team.
Any team or just the
Any
East?
team. He KD. He just like KD.
Man, you can put him on Sacramento. They wouldn't be no different.
Oh, you tripping? You.
So wait a minute, ain't Sacramento the number 2 seed?
The number 2 seed.
Yeah. Like they got some young guns.
Like they the number 2 seed in the West.
Right.
You mean to tell me putting him?
Fox? Man.
So you mean to tell me putting Damian Lillard on the number 2 team wouldn't make them better?
Dallas wouldn't make them no better.
Now you cross-pollinating because they already got.
Even before him, Kyrie, tomato.
No.
Kyrie ain't never scored 71 points.
Him and Kyrie are not the same player.
Not the same.
I ain't say same player, same code.
Nah, we can't let you get that off.
Hey, Anthony, just to shut this down, he scored 71 points on like 20-some shots.
He got a range.
Like, come on. Like 71 on 20 shots. You know how efficient that is?
Mm-hmm.
I seen the sideline. He was really great.
That's silly. He don't need to dominate the ball.
Nah.
That's what I'm saying. It comes natural. We don't need to dominate the ball. That's a silly number, man. 71. And he had 11. Anthony, didn't he have 11 assists, something like that? 2?
Yeah.
Cleveland.
Cleveland.
10 shot of Kobe. 10 point shot of Kobe. Yeah, he's the truth.
The truth.
Let's keep that disrespect, but no disrespect. What do you guys think about Lonzo Ball? Is he a bust? I'm gonna come with you, said. He started off with the Lakers. Magic drafted this guy. Is Lonzo Ball a bust?
Yes, he'll bust. And I don't know if it's 100% his fault. I don't know if he just can't stay healthy. The boy got game. He got game, but I don't know if he can stay healthy. But I say yes. If he hadn't done it, he's got to be a 6th or 7th year in the league.
Mm-hmm.
He's been hurt a whole lot. When he plays, he's a little bit above average, but he ain't worth the number 2 pick in the draft.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't worth the number 2 pick. So, in my eyes, yes, he is a bust.
I'm gonna come behind you and say, yeah, he's a bust. I'm not gonna elaborate on it. He's a bust. I'm coming with you. I'm coming to you next, Rodney. What do you think? Is Lonzo Ball a bust?
Technically, yes. Reality, no. What I mean by that,
explain.
Technically, since he was the 2nd pick of the draft and he's going through what he's going through, he qualifies as a bust. But anybody with some sense outside of, Magic Johnson would have seen that this guy wasn't that dude to be drafted at number 2.
They do Magic like that. Yeah.
I mean, it's just what it is.
Yeah.
Magic made him a bust.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because he wasn't a number 2 pick. He's
been at Fox. They were supposed to have took Fox.
Nah.
I would have went Jason Tatum. I would have went Jason Tatum for the Lakers.
Yeah.
I thought Fox was better than him.
He was in Sacramento. He's not doing too much. He just has a faster, quick step than him. But
you talking about at draft time, was Fox better than Tatum?
In college. No. If I had to get Lonzo Ball, I would have took Fox over Ball. I don't know why. Tatum, they already had all them other guys. So Tatum didn't fit. They already had Randall, Ingram. Tatum just didn't fit for what they needed. They needed a point guard.
I agree. And he was the best. He was the best of the point guards that year coming out of college.
Yeah, because he had, but you know what? He ended up getting hurt that year, right? If I'm not mistaken, Ball, didn't he get hurt towards the end of the year?
No, he didn't get hurt.
Knick-knack kind of stuff. He shut out games.
He was never that good. Like, it was a bad evaluation.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know, Rodney, because
he was a good passer. He was a good passer.
Playmaker. He was a key for what he did.
He's not the number 2 pick. I don't care how y'all want to dress it up. He's never lived up to being the number 2 pick. Now, if he was drafted 22, then maybe his skill set fits that. But the number 2 pick in the draft, he was never that.
I think he fit the need that what the Lakers was looking for. I think of all the picks that was coming out that year, I think he fit what they wanted. They needed a floor general, basically. And they thought
Fox more of a scoring point guard.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you, Anthony. I would say Fox would have fit better with the Lakers in that situation. They was a young.
That's why Fox taking a challenge every time he went against him to bust his ass.
Because what Lonzo was doing was it was damn near 5 against 4. He would never provide anything from an offensive standpoint. You couldn't leave him open to depend on his 3-point shot for the Lakers. You know what I'm saying? LeBron got there. LeBron tried to help him, and it still didn't work out.
See, the thing,
he didn't play with LeBron, did he?
Yeah,
he did play with LeBron 1 year.
The thing is, they had everything. They had Brandon Ingram. I think they had
Randall.
They needed somebody that could play make. That was kind of the deal. They needed somebody that could play make, can get people in positions to score. That's kind of what the whole idea was behind.
Pure point guard or center. There wasn't no centers, so the pure point guard is who they went with. The Jason
Lonzo
Tatum.
Ball, his injuries happened these last. He wasn't hurt with the Lakers.
Yes, he was. When he was
Well-
hurt his second year fully. He was hurt his second year.
I mean, not so. I'm talking about like he can't play type injuries.
He was out for a few games.
He was
Everybody got a few games.
So this dude got
He'll
chronic,
take to be fair all
ankle problems, man. So this he's never been able to stay healthy for an entire year. He missed bulk games. Like he'll miss 6 games in a row, come back and play 5 games, then miss another 4 or 5 games. So he just never was consistent enough on the floor.
So y'all saying if he played 75 games a year, he would be what?
I don't think it amounted to that.
Jason
When he played
Kidd.
with the Lakers, he wasn't as confident. He wasn't as
You
confident.
say he'd be Jason Kidd, so he'd be a Hall of Famer.
No,
He'll be Jason Kidd.
I definitely won't go there.
He'll be
I don't
Jason
think he
Kidd.
was aggressive enough, like Fox was. You know, like all I saw of him was a 3-point attempt. You know, and that was the thing that was kind of like pissing me off about him because that's the only thing he was displaying. It was just
Look,
But he wasn't a good 3-point shooter though.
and that's the thing.
To me, with the Lakers, he was not a good player.
Nah,
He was average at the very best.
I don't even think he was average.
I'm saying at his best, he was average. When he played, am I right on that, Sid?
He was average when he played. However,
He kind of peaked with New Orleans. Like when he
Yeah.
went to New Orleans,
Made the trade to New Orleans. That's when he got his best play in.
But you got to remember, did he win?
and that wasn't.
Did he win
wasn't
Rookie of the
all-star.
Year? Did he win Rookie of the Year?
You thinking
No.
about
he look. Lonzo Ball averaged in his rookie year. He averaged 10 points a game. He averaged 6.9 rebounds and 7.2 assists.
Okay.
I mean, he has the talent to do it. I mean, that's really close to triple double as a rookie.
That's a fact. I like him too.
As a rookie player. And when he just got hurt, he was averaging 13, 5, and 5. I mean, he's always been a guy that could put.
Wait a minute. Hey, y'all duck, because that bar is coming down.
It just went.
Y'all got to duck because that bar about to hit us in the head now.
He just can't stay healthy, man. The dude ain't played more than 60. He only plays more than 60 games one time in his whole career.
Rodney? If they had won a championship with him, his jersey would be up in the rafters.
Yeah.
That's funny. You got
Look,
one.
like I said, if he didn't get hurt, he's Jason Kidd. He's Jason Kidd if he don't get hurt.
I don't see that.
Nah.
Side.
Why you don't see it? Did that just tell you
Jason
what he
Kidd's Hall
averaged
of
his
Fame.
rookie year?
This here it is. What was their record? I don't care.
Well, you got to understand too.
He was the worst version of Russell Westbrook.
Now
No.
you got to understand this too. And his rookie year, he what's the coach? I forgot the coach name.
Walton.
Walton. Yeah, he was not a good coach for him, and it showed when he went down to New Orleans. You know, he just once again he could not stay healthy.
Look, man.
So,
This
question: what the fuck is his name? LaMelo. What is his ceiling?
LaMelo's better to me than Lonzo, offensively.
Obviously.
You know, you said what's his ceiling? I think he has the same sort of. Can he stay healthy too? You know.
On the sidebar, I think they played too much with their daddy, too much basketball, flying all over at a young age, and now you seeing why they getting hurt.
I think LaMelo is a superstar. Honestly,
He is.
he's a
He can't
superstar.
stay healthy either.
He is.
He's
They
a
got
superstar.
them bad ankles wearing them Goofy ass shoes all his life.
BBB shoes breaking their dang ankle.
Nah, LaMelo, he wear Puma.
He wear Puma. Same difference. Shit.
So,
He wear Pumas.
Big baller brand.
That's the same difference. That's one step above Big Baller Brand. Goddamn Pumas.
Hey, let's keep it with injury. What do you guys think about will KD win another championship? My answer, I thought we had one this year when he went to Phoenix, but he's another Lonzo Ball. I think his greatness is behind him. So with his health, I don't see KD winning another championship, in my opinion. What about you, sir?
I agree with you. I don't see him winning. KD great, man.
He is great.
He's just a great ball player. They tough, but I don't think I don't think much. I didn't think much of Phoenix. I think a healthy Laker team will smash Phoenix. Mm-hmm. I think the Laker team as it sits right now, healthy with a healthy LeBron, I don't even think it's even a question.
That's a fact. What about you, Ant? You think KD will win another championship?
Yes.
Explain.
At the time of the deal, if you remember, I thought that was the best trade deadline deal there was from all the teams. Even with him being injured, re-prone, as long as he come back in the playoffs, I believe they still can make a run and get all the way to the finals and win. He one of the only superstars you can plug and play to any team. He don't really rock nobody's boat.
Damian Lillard.
That's a fair assessment. I wouldn't say Damian Lillard because he only played on one squad. So until he's proven. What about you, Rob? What you think? Will KD win another championship?
I mean, will he? I mean, that's a tough one because you can win a championship. He can win a championship. As you know, the second best player on the team.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what team that is.
Huh?
What team would he be the second best player on?
I'm talking about 3 years from now. He could be the second best player on the team and win a championship. So will he win a championship as the guy? No. He won't.
But you're saying he can get on the squad, sit on the bench, come off.
I'm not saying I won't say sit on the bench, but he could win a championship and him not being Kevin Durant. You know, instead of him 25, maybe 18. Like, okay, Ray Allen. Like Ray Allen, like people forget how good Ray Allen was in Seattle and Milwaukee.
Mm-hmm.
But he fell into a different role with Boston and Miami.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, KD can get a championship like that.
Good point.
Will he get a championship being the guy? No, he won't.
That's a good point. Okay. We're going to skip the power slap. You guys into that, though?
No,
that's
foolishness.
Like, do y'all consider that a sport?
It's entertainment.
What's the difference between that and boxing?
You know what I'm saying? You get concussions. I would think you get concussions worse from power slapping than you ever would get from boxing because you have to train some kind of way.
It's open hand.
Yeah.
But what they always say, the punch that you don't see is the one that hurt the most.
Yep.
So,
I never seen people get knocked out from a slap like watching this stuff. I never thought it was possible till I saw that stuff, you know. So
If I ever see it across my TV, I will give it at least 5 minutes of my time.
Exactly. Would you do y'all see yourself ever attending an event if it came to a city near you? Would you ever attend?
No.
Somebody
me.
gave me some free tickets. I go to that bitch. I ain't paying for no tickets. I get some free tickets. I go to that one.
I know that's right. Well, in our other sports, I think episode 1 we were talking about Ryan Garcia and Javante Tank Davis. It's official now. April 15th. Here it is. Who you got? And kick it off. Who you got? Ryan
April
Garcia.
22nd, right?
Huh? I'm sorry. Yeah, April 22nd. I'm sorry.
April
What I said
22nd.
15th. 22nd.
Yeah.
Thinking taxes. Yeah, I'm sorry. Who you got, man?
I got Tank.
You got Tank?
I'm just keeping it real simple. I ain't trying to be fancy. I'm gonna just go with the one I know.
I know. What about you, Rodney? Who you got?
It's too early. It's too early to make any kind of assumptions. We had March 11th. I mean, we gotta revisit this a week before the fight or something. Yeah. So I'm on a abstain at this point.
Okay, so you're on the fence. Okay, what about you, Sid? Who you got?
Right now, I got Tank. I think Tank will beat him, man. I look back at some of Ryan Garcia's fights. I know we talked about this previously.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see him, and I think you brought it up, Hughes. I don't see the quality opponent out there. I just don't see the quality of one quality guy that really gave him all he want, all
Y'all
he
about to
want.
about to wake Jay up now. Y'all about to
Sit
wake
up
him
like
up.
that.
Talking about quality opponents and Tank and shit. So
I just don't think he has a quality opponent. I really don't. To have fought one, I think Tank is a bit to chew off, a bit much to chew off. However, I think he's the most qualified person to take him on.
Mm-hmm.
So I do think it'll be a good fight, but all my money on Tank.
I think this is going to be a sold-out event. I think this is going to be a live action fight. I'm going with Tank. I think he has the pedigree. I think he's faced a better opponent. I think he has seen Ryan's style before. You know what I'm saying? Fought somebody fast, fought somebody taller. This would be Ryan's first time fighting somebody that's that short, that's that lethal. You know what I'm saying? So would Ryan know what to do? So if I had $5 to bet, which I do, I would put 5 on Tank. Go ahead, Ryan.
I got a question.
Go ahead.
So when it's a fight involving a black fighter in another race, have you ever gone with the other race?
Yes. Trinidad versus Benoit Hopkins. And Benoit Hopkins made me upset. I was not pulling for Benoit.
Okay. Wasn't quite what I was looking for, but can somebody else give me another example?
Oscar De La Hoya.
De La Hoya fighting some fights. Me personally, I always want to see the brother beat him.
Like when De La Hoya fought some people in this weight class, I may be pulling for the black fighter, but I knew Oscar was gonna win.
Because when you say Trinidad, I mean they're black, even though they don't want to acknowledge it, and they will never acknowledge it. They consider themselves Latino. They're black because, I mean, how did you get Puerto Ricans? You got them from Africans being transported to Puerto Rico, or Brazil, South America. Africans were transported to there, and that's how you got those cultures. But they won't acknowledge those, their African heritage. But I was kind of looking more so the I guess black white more dynamic. Black fighter, white fighter. Have you ever found yourself rooting for a white fighter over a black fighter?
Oh, rooting.
I would say the closest I've came was Tim Bradley fighting Manny Pacquiao. After a while, I got pissed off at Tim Bradley and started rooting for Manny Pacquiao to knock him straight out.
Okay.
That's a hard question, Randy, because I can remember I'm rooting for the Gypsy King to beat Wilder. I was but I had money on it. You know what I'm saying? I I had money on it. I don't know if I didn't have money on it. I probably would want Wilder to knock his ass out. But I had money on the Gypsy King. So I was rooting for him because I thought he would beat him. So that's my experience with that.
Okay.
I guess, and to answer your question, Rodney, no for me. There ain't no white guy I ever rooted for to be any black guy in the ring.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you?
No.
It's like,
No. White, black, Mexican, black. Like I say, the whole Puerto Rican thing is like, but yeah, white, black, Mexican, black. Like I'm still hot. I'm still hot to this day about Sweet
Patel
Pea
and
and
Chavez.
motherfucking and Chavez.
Yeah.
Like that shit hurt my soul that they stole that fight from him.
Mm-hmm.
I was rooting for Pacquiao over Mayweather.
Oh, well.
Really?
Well, you a Spurs fan too, so it's like,
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Hey, you know what? I know this is close, like you were saying, Rodney, but I did want, of course, Trinidad to beat Wink and Trinidad. Anytime Trinidad fought,
yeah.
I did want to beat. But hey, you're right. That's kind of close.
Yeah, I Bernard Hopkins made that same statement before he took that Puerto Rican flag and broke it. You know what I'm saying? He was saying, yeah, I got black in you and stuff like that. Yeah, you're 100% correct and stuff. But yeah, I was actually pulling for Trinidad in that fight.
Yeah, because it's hard to like Bernard Hopkins.
I liked him, but I was just more of a Trinidad fan.
Huh?
I said I liked him. I was just more of a Trinidad fan. Like I was borderline when Trinidad fought Roy Jones, and you know what I'm saying. So it's like,
yeah,
I was, like that was. I didn't want to see that kind of fight because them both of my boys, So I was thinking Trinidad could do something, but Roy showed his ass like, nah, not today. Let's keep it combat. What do you guys think about Jon Jones? Is he the best you guys ever seen? Did y'all see his fight last week? Sarah Game versus Jon Jones.
I saw it.
UFC. What do you think?
Yeah, he GOAT. He the GOAT, man. He the GOAT. He just can't, I thought, and y'all schooled me on this, I thought just because he just didn't look good, like he didn't look like about nothing.
Yeah.
But when you explained to me he really fighting at his natural weight or really close to his natural weight, that I was like, oh, okay. Because if I just looked at him coming in, he looked bigger. He didn't look ripped like he normally looked.
Exactly.
I was like, oh, this dude out of shape. He about to get whooped.
Right.
Nope. He had that real grown man power on that boy. He couldn't do nothing with him, man.
Nah.
So, no, but he the GOAT. He the GOAT to me. Best I've ever seen in combat sports. He the GOAT.
What about you, Ant? What's your thoughts on Jon Jones? Did you catch his fight last week, or do you?
Every time I seen him, he's impressive. He act like he is the man out there. I'm still waiting to see someone really challenge him as far as to be able to go Jon Jones and whoever this person is 2, or Jon Jones and this person 3, to where people right now the way he making it look is one and done. Ain't nobody else fighting him no more. He the best. I mean, he's dominating the sport right now, as far as I'm concerned. And I don't know if there's a person out there now that can really challenge him and really give him a fight where you think he actually may lose.
That's a good point.
True.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
What's your thought on that? Rod? You see the fight Jon Jones and Sarah Gang last week?
Oh, I ain't got one.
Okay.
I just saw he looked like Larry Holmes to me. He looked flabby and sick in that ring, but yeah.
You think he'd go?
I go with what y'all say.
Okay. My opinion on Jon Jones, I thought Anderson Silva was the best guy I've ever seen. But Jon Jones has surpassed that, in my opinion. This guy has no kind of holes in his game. You know what I'm saying? moved up his first fight last week. His first fight was a heavyweight. He didn't have that same normal sleek look about himself. But what he lacked in look, he earned in power and skill. He has that ring IQ that's unmatched by any UFC fighter that I've seen. You know, to me, he is the GOAT, pound for pound. The dude is phenomenal. You know, he has older brothers. The one thing I realized, he has older brothers that are bigger than him, so he's never intimidated. But I would like to see in the future him fight against Francis and Donald. You know, I would really love to see that matchup take place. You know, I hope Dana White, you know, get off his ass and pay both of those guys that money. But I think Jon Jones is the GOAT. You know,
you think Ngannou just, you know, because Ngannou just naturally big. You think that'd be too much for Jones? Like just that, because he's just a big dude. Like Ngannou just a big brother. He's just a big cat, man.
They've been in the ring before.
Oh, really?
They've been in the ring before. I believe that fight does not take place if the money's not right.
Right.
It's too much of a risk.
Absolutely.
But if the money's right, Ngannou has a puncher's chance against Jon Jones that he's never faced before. And I think Jon Jones would be slick to attack his legs. And he has the IQ, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, he has older brothers, so he's used to stronger guys, you know what I'm saying? So, but Ngannou's he's a different monster, man.
Big dude, right? Yeah.
That would be a 50-50 fight, hands down, in my opinion. That would be a 50-50 fight. So we got a walk back segment. It's a new segment. It's called Walk Back. Anything you said sports wise that you will walk back this year, whether it's a person, a team, your thought, anything you said that you will walk back this year. I'm gonna kick it off with you, Rodney. What would you walk back?
We need to incorporate this into our regular podcast.
Yeah, no doubt.
But I ain't got nothing I want to walk back in sports.
Okay.
I think on an earlier podcast, I picked Denver and Philly for the finals. So I'm sticking with that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I ain't got nothing to walk back on the sports. I got some stuff I want to walk back on our regular podcast. So I'll pass it off.
Bet. What about you, Sid? Anything you would like to walk back?
No, my sports takes fire, man. They all fire. I don't mess around on the sports, man. No, you know, I can't think of that right now. I do want to say though, when we talking about predicaments, I'm finna reach for one.
Okay.
Your Los Angeles Lakers will make the NBA Finals. No. Let me walk that back. They will make the Western Conference Finals.
Bet that.
No, we ain't gonna bet that. Your Los Angeles Lakers will make the Western Conference Finals.
Who do you see that upset? Let's see.
Nobody don't want to if LeBron, and I know LeBron gonna come back healthy, but nobody don't want to see the Lakers and LeBron healthy, man, with that squad. We got a squad. Now. I'm telling you, we got a squad. We got it all. There's no weakness. If we get LeBron back, LeBron 100% back, we gonna win a championship. LeBron 70% back.
Well, let's walk this through. What seed are they at right now?
9th.
So right now you're looking at them playing Denver first, right?
Yep.
No.
If
the Clippers.
If
Clippers took them
No,
out.
no, not the Clippers. But the Clippers are in the play-in right now.
We just say they play the 8-9. They win the 8.
If they're the 8 seed, they'll play the Clippers. If they're the 7 seed, they'll play the Kings. You think the Kings want to see the Lakers?
No, you gotta be in the you gotta be number 6 to be out of the play-in.
Right. No. They win the play-in.
They 7 or 8 seed.
But they gotta win 2 games in the play-in.
No, they gonna win that, man. Let's say they get in the play-in. They either the 8 seed or the 7 seed.
Okay.
Memphis Grizzlies don't want it with the Lakers.
Ain't Denver
Sacramento
number one?
King, huh?
Ain't Denver the number 1 seed?
Denver's the number
Yeah.
1 seed.
So, question: if they make it to the 8th seed, you saying they knock Denver out?
Denver don't want to see the Lakers, man.
You may have to walk that one back now.
Denver don't want to see the Lake Show.
Let me ask a basketball question to you guys.
Yeah.
So this is the scenario. Lakers have to retire a jersey every 5 to 10 years. They're not going to retire Lamar Odom's because of his past. And, he might get too excited and start getting high again if you do retire it. So who do they retire? Whose jersey do they retire?
Next,
LeBron's.
LeBron, AD.
No, not LeBron, because LeBron is still playing.
Oh, you mean
A past player.
But but before we go there, how the fuck is LeBron gonna get his jersey retired?
LeBron?
Man,
He the best. He broke the league. He broke the scoring record as a Laker.
Yeah.
So
And he
what?
had a chip.
So what?
That'll do it.
Low.
You bring up a great point. I think LeBron gonna get his jersey tied in 3 cities.
The fuck out of here. So I scored 3,000 or 38,000 points in LA. So my jersey gets retired?
Yes.
Like, come on.
Yes.
They retiring.
LA will.
I'm out.
LA, Rodney, it will.
I'm
LA,
out.
Los
I'm
Angeles
out.
will get retired.
I'm out.
I
That's
can't
crazy.
think anybody, Jared. I can't think of
He retired
anybody.
10 and 8.
Oh, what about Derek Fisher? Is Derek Fisher retired already?
No.
No, maybe Robert Horry because he got all them championships with the Lakers, but probably not.
He don't got he ain't got all them championships.
Yeah, he got 3? 3 with the Lakers?
He got 3.
The
3
3
with San Antonio and 2 with Houston.
Yeah. He got 3 champ. I mean, but ain't nobody gonna get that retirement.
No. He don't got 8. He got 7. So he got 2 with Houston,
2 with San Antonio, right?
2 with San Antonio, and 3 with the Lakers.
No,
Man, they better get AC Green or something.
Yeah, AC Green. Don't. I take AC Green over LeBron.
Man,
Get out of here.
Man.
AC Green. AC Green over Pau
I
Gasol.
didn't get that. Could you
AC
try again?
Green jersey should be retired before LeBron's jersey should be retired as a Laker.
That's ridiculous, man.
That's not ridiculous. LeBron hasn't done shit.
You're
Well,
gonna
yeah,
walk
but
that
man,
back. You're
He
gonna walk
averaged
that back,
he
right?
averaged 27, 8, and 8 right now.
2 years he made the playoffs. 2 years he didn't make the playoffs.
And he got a championship one of them years.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
big. He championship and he broke the scoring record wearing a Laker jersey.
So what? He scored 37,000 with other teams.
Don't matter. He
It don't
broke the
matter.
record as a Laker.
If the Lakers retire his jersey, they just trying to milk the fact that LeBron was on that team.
He's the best player in basketball. When you
Just
do
like-
the same thing,
Will Chamberlain shouldn't have his jersey retired for the Lakers.
Why?
it is. It's what they do.
Why?
But I'm saying,
Why shouldn't Wilt have his jersey retired?
Because he didn't do the bulk of what he did wasn't with the Lakers.
But he still was a great player with the Lakers, though.
Mm.
Yeah, he still was a great player with the Lakers.
He played a few years and they won 1 championship.
That'll do it. That's
Not
the same
enough.
what LeBron gonna do.
Yeah.
Not enough.
What's your answer, Jay? Who would you select?
No, I don't have an answer. I was just wondering. I was thinking about it. Who else besides Pau Gasol is available? To get his jersey
Nobody.
retired.
They
No,
waiting on
Smush
LeBron.
Parker.
They waiting on Bron.
Yeah,
Smush
Retired.
Parker.
yeah. Do you have a walk back? Do you have a walk back sports question,
Anthony
Jay?
Peeler.
Explain walk back. Explain it
So
to me.
anything that you said this year sports related that you now changed your mind about?
No, I'm generally right.
What about you, Anthony?
Them damn Buffalo Bills are supposed to beat the Bengals.
I don't think you got to walk that back.
I was wrong on that. I mean,
I think you got to walk.
Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, that's who you was wrong about, Tyreek Hill.
That was last year.
So mine is kind of similar to your Tyreek Hill. I started off this year kind of saying Jalen Hurts wasn't as good as he turned out to be this year. And I had to walk that back. You know what I'm saying? The dude, once he got the weapons, he really showed that he had the goods. He showed that in the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? So he's my walk back that, you know, that I thought that he was just kind of overrated and stuff like that. You know, so he's my walk back.
I have one, man. I thought Russell Wilson was going to turn it around and win at least 3 more games than what they won. But yeah, I was wrong about Wilson.
That's a fact.
Do you think he done?
No.
I'm thinking Sean Payton can help him, but this is it. You know, fall of 2023, we will see. If Russell does not produce this year, I think it's a wrap for him.
So you're saying because of Sean Payton?
I think he's the offensive mind that he would need to help him, you know.
So you're saying you expect to see Russell revert back to his prior form?
I would say prior. I think Sean Payton will get an assessment of what he can do and what he can't do, and I think he will put him in better situations than Nathaniel Hackett did.
Nigga, what are you saying? Is he gonna be good or not?
I think he's gonna be good. Yeah, I'm saying he's gonna be good. He was at the bottom last year, so he has no choice but to go up. Say it again, Anthony.
I say he's done.
No.
Will he make the Pro Bowl?
Now that's too much. Now you're asking too much. We ain't got one game yet. Yeah, you're going too far now.
How the fuck is that too much?
Nah, because shit, same way you couldn't answer the question of who you had between Tank and
Tyler Huntley made the Pro Bowl and he threw 2 touchdowns for the season.
But the
Pro Bowl is not the bar.
Yeah.
The Pro Bowl is not the bar.
Nobody want to go to Pro Bowl, so anybody that's willing to go, they're gonna let go.
Yeah, that's not the bar. Will Russell Wilson be good or not?
Yes, he'll be good. He'll have Denver with a winning record.
I say no.
I say he'll have Denver with a winning record in the NFC.
So we'll circle back in 8 months and see who got to walk something back.
Yeah, I would like to see how they draft. I would like to see how they draft before I answer that. You know
what they got? What they need to draft?
Shit, he needs a running back.
They got one.
Nah.
Javonte Williams is a beast. What are you talking about?
What did he do this year?
He got hurt.
Okay, that's my point. What was his backup? So I don't. Yeah, I got to see them. I got to see what they're drafting. I got to see how that all plays out. So
how free agency and how they draft.
Yes.
And none of that got shit to do with how good Russell Wilson will be.
Nah, but see, he didn't even have that talented of an offensive receivers in Seattle. That's no. Those guys were not marquee receivers. He made them into marquee receivers. Nobody. DK Metcalf wasn't no household name prior to that.
He's still
no household.
So
name.
DK Metcalf is balling without Russell Wilson. So I mean, what's your point?
So my point was those 2 receivers. Not Lockett. The guys he won the Super Bowl with were not Pro Bowl receivers.
And they didn't win the Super Bowl because of him either. They won a Super Bowl because of their defense.
Nah, they run. You have to throw some touchdowns. The defense wasn't scoring.
They won the Super Bowl because of their defense.
How many touchdowns did their defense put up on the board? Not one. So yeah, they stood their ground, but Russell put points on the board.
So I'm gonna ask you this, and I'm gonna leave it on. So is Russell Wilson was the reason why they won the Super Bowl?
Nah, he wasn't the reason, but it's a team effort.
It's a team effort. So was he along for the ride for the Super Bowl?
Nah, he wasn't along for the ride. He put the effort in, Rodney. He the reason they didn't get the sack when he threw the damn interception.
God damn.
If they won
when they decided to let Russ cook, Seattle did not win.
No, I would disagree with that.
Really?
Yeah, because when they had the year that they had the temporary refs, and he threw the Hail Mary against Green Bay, and they won with that Hail Mary touchdown play, and they brought them damn referees back.
Do you know what year that was?
It's probably what 2015 or 2014.
Did they win the Super Bowl that year?
No, they didn't. They lost to the 49ers. But that wasn't up to Russ, though. That was a team effort. 49ers put points on that defense that you claim is what carried him to the Super Bowl. They put points on
that defense carried them to the Super Bowl their first year. They lost the second year, and ever since they tried to let Russ cook, they have not been. They haven't won anything.
No, I would disagree. It ain't all on Russell. Shit, it's the defense that started faulting this first.
But you're a Russell Wilson fan, so your objectivity ain't what it should be.
That I am. So let's go here to everybody's swerve of the week. Let me start off what you said. What's your swerve of the week?
My swerve of the week is Dylan Brooks. We're gonna keep it, of course, sports. Dylan Brooks, this clown. I think he caught. I mean, the whole Memphis is clowns to me, man. I just think it's a bunch of dudes who ain't accomplished nothing, trying to get famous for calling people out. I mean, I'm not I don't like Draymond Green at all, but you can't disrespect. You can't disrespect him. You know what I'm saying? You just flat out disrespect him. Like I said, due to defensive player of the year, he got 4 chips, 5 times all defensive player. I mean, he got credentials. He a made man in the NBA. So you can't call him out, and you ain't even a top 3 player on your team. You know what I'm saying? You out of bounds. So Dylan Brooks, Memphis Grizzlies, the whole organization, and him. My swerve of the fucking week.
That's a good one. I'm coming to you next, Jay. What's your swerve of the week?
Swerve of the week: Javonte Tank Davis showing up to the press conference wearing a purse and fingernail polish. He is my swerve of the week.
Say less.
That's a good one. What about you, Rodney? I'm coming with you. What's your swerve of the week?
Jeannie Buss for retiring Pau Gasol jersey. Say less.
Funny. What about you, Anthony? What's your swerve of the week?
Carolina Panthers trading all that to get a guy that they don't even know who they want yet. That they got 48 days to try to figure out. It reminded me of when the 49ers did the same thing and ended up with Trey. He ain't ready. I hope they get Lamar Jackson. It's just swerve of the week, Carolina, for trading for all of that for a quarterback you don't even know who's the guy.
Yeah.
So on that, who won that trade?
Bears.
The Bears won.
Bears. Big time to me.
The Bears is in the position they didn't need the number 1 pick, so they traded it away. So what all did they get? They traded down 8 spots. They got a first-round pick next year, a second-round pick, a number 1 receiver for trading down 8 spots.
Yep. I did that all day long.
Yeah.
So they was in a position of they didn't need a quarterback and they didn't need that pick. And I believe they filled some holes and they gained some very good trade capital. And they still in the top 10. So they still get a top 10 player of their choice.
Yeah. I mean, they're gonna need a quarterback next year, probably, but
yeah.
You ain't sold on Fields, huh?
I'm gonna go.
No, they basically said I'm rolling with Fields.
No, I'm saying
that's what they said.
On Fields.
That's what they said, but we'll see how that work out.
Yeah, do draft that. We'll see.
I believe them seeing the evolution of Jalen Hurts made them like some Fields.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, that's a great point.
So they like, let's go all in, and we can make it to the Super Bowl. We can do the same thing Philly did.
That's good.
Now they got the
If
capital.
Justin Fields is like Jalen Hurts.
What I'm just saying is that's just what.
No, I'm saying if he is, I don't look at them the same. I know they're the same type, but Jalen Hurts has always had that it factor for me. Like,
I
even
agree.
though he got,
I agree with you.
yeah, he's always had, like, you can look at him and be like, yeah, he may not be the best in this or that, but I would want him to be my quarterback. Or I could see why somebody would get behind him as their quarterback.
I kind of disagree. That was the reason why I wasn't always sold on his deep throwing, his accuracy.
I didn't say anything about that.
But I'm saying that's what made me feel like he wasn't that guy. You know, like for me, yeah. You know, that was why
what I was talking about had nothing to do with how well he throw a deep ball.
So what made you see? What was you seeing in him that was making you say like he's
a winner?
He's a winner. He wins ball games. You don't know how he winning it, but he winning ball games. Is it? He got us. He has a way of winning.
I didn't see it because he got his job taken away from him.
Yeah,
in Alabama, and he always.
And then, but hold on. He got it. But I'm sorry, but I am Mr. I don't mean to cut you off, but he got his job taken away from him.
Uh-huh.
And then in the SEC championship game, Tua gets hurt. Guess who got to come in and save the motherfucking day?
I remember
Jalen Hurts.
I remember
like
that.
That's just who he is. Like that. I mean, that's why I look at him like, yeah, I can see why motherfuckers get behind him, because it don't matter like whether I'm your quarterback, whether I'm a backup. Like, I'm here for you, and I'm like. I mean, you may not know how I do it, but I trust that he gonna get it done.
Fair enough.
I was sleeping on him. I thought he was missing something, and when he came in the NFL, I was not sold with him. You know, even this year, I was not sold with dude. You know, but when they picked up Brown and picked up Smith and everything got to working, I was like, man, it's just a matter of time for this dude fold. And I had to walk that back. So that's why I was, not on the fence with Duke, but they put the pieces around him and he really showed up this year. So I got to give him credit for that,
You know who else got that it factor?
Who?
The person who wants their guaranteed money. And that's Lamar Jackson. He got that it factor. He figured out ways to win.
They're making Lamar do too much, though. He needs some pieces around him.
No, he won. He been winning with cast off running backs, no real number one receiver, and a decent tight end.
Yeah, that's true.
He got that it. He do what he got to do to win the game. But as far as my Swerpers the week go, you can't trade all of that, and you don't know who you want.
That's a good point. I look forward to seeing what comes of this, with the NFL draft.
$10 say they take the kid from Ohio State.
Even if they don't know I don't think there's one to give up that haul for. Whether they know what they want or not, I don't think there's a player available to trade all that for.
I mean, everybody need a quarterback they can win with now, so they don't have to pay him.
Right.
When he's a rookie. Everybody want a good quarterback they can start right now, put pieces around him for the first 3 years, and win with. Because once you got to pay your quarterback, it's a wrap.
So who's better at this? Who do you think will be better, Bryce Young or C.J. Stroud?
I think Stroud.
I think Bryce Young will be better.
I think Stroud.
I think he'll be better, but I don't know if I would take him number one though.
Yeah, that's a real height differential he got.
My point is why you don't know who you want. So why you trading all that capital?
They know who they want.
They know who they want,
They know who
Anthony.
they want.
We just don't know. They
Y'all
know.
don't. Yeah,
We don't know, but they know.
and they ain't gonna let you know either.
Yeah, you don't make that move
Yeah,
if you don't know who you want.
Yeah, they
Know
not
they
guessing.
want.
They said they came out and said that
Exactly.
they did the move so that they can have 48 days to prepare to interview, so they can figure out who they want.
They know who they want.
Smoke
They know,
screen.
they know it's one of them two, but they don't know which one.
Shit, they
Smoke
know.
screen.
Yeah,
They wouldn't give up all that, and if they still trying to decide and
Smoke
scratching their
screen.
head.
They know who they want.
That's why they're trying to get the position.
They may get Houston swerping and say, "Hey, I throw another. Let's swap first and second pick." They might just get them swerping. Let's swap first. Let's swap the first two picks.
Mm-hmm.
And okay, and they'll pick up some more assets. You know, they don't need to show their hand yet.
Yeah.
So they're gonna play possum.
I'm gonna give my swerp of the week. Mine is Adam Silverman, man, NBA commissioner. You know, like step up, do your damn job, make it right. You know, put together
with Morant.
Yeah, like quit giving him smack on the hand.
He ain't gave him nothing.
That's my point. You know, like he's allowing him to fuck up. You know, come on, man. Get hold of this dude for this dude mess it up. Shit. That's my swerp of the week. Fellas, we are wrapping up episode 3, the Sports Pod Deep podcast. Like, subscribe, share, tell a friend. This is Hugh signing off. Pod Deep on sports. Peace.
Later.
Yeah.